Good morning. Thanks for joining me out here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Dean Jones. Chilly morning. For those of you looking for a horse trailer video, we had to advance the RV up a little bit. So we're a little early this morning, but I brought you a great coach. It's a 2026 Newmar Superstar 4140. Same floor plan as the 4040. It just has a bigger chassis. So this is an M2-112, 450 horse, 1150 pound-feet of torque. So for those of you that are familiar with the Superstar, it used to come in the smaller chassis. Now we got a bigger chassis option, and this is it. We'll go ahead and start under the hood here. Notice big 8.9 Cummins. Again, 450 horsepower. It's a 116, beautiful chassis. It's got a lot more power, a lot more torque. You can get to your air filter here. You got your windshield wiper fluid there. Breakaway bumpers coming around this side. You'll see we got a little water separator here, some power steering fluid. We got our terminals to jump start this guy. A great Cummins motor, great Super C utility. Real easy access to all your stuff. Real easy slow close hood here. You notice there's cameras in the windshield, cameras all around this guy. It's got 360 camera. It does have the Detroit Assurance package, which is going to be lane mitigation, collision mitigation, all that good safety stuff. Does not have adaptive cruise, but it does have high visibility headlights, beautiful Alcoa polished aluminum rims. If you take a look at the outside of this guy, it's got a custom paint job. We ordered it custom. There's not going to be another one like it unless you order it that way. Does have 100 gallons of fuel right there, and you can lock that up. You can fill it from both sides. Great big chrome mirrors on this guy. Real easy visibility. Coming back here, it is a 3-slide unit. We do have our window awnings. It's a little breezy, but it does have the Girard Nova awnings, which come out and pitch down. And we'll just get started with some of the storage options it has. Little storage here, your flare kit. Right here you got a little air compressor, and that's going to power your air ride seats in this guy. What that little box there is for. Got a little switch on that. Nice chrome accent there, chrome baggage locks. That's an upgrade. We've got a nice little storage there. Everything's carpeted. And I don't know if you get a look at this, but at the bottom here, you'll see that the whole floor of this thing is insulated as well. You get that little space down there. Nice power 3-step entry. Give you a shot of that. 6 stairs to get up. Grab handle there. You've got your keyless entry. Nice little screen door there. We can lock it before we go in and out. Nice porch light. Right next to that is that other camera. That's going to give you that 360 camera, which is really, really nice to have if you're going to be in those tight campgrounds, those racetracks, some of those fuel stations. You're going to really like having that. Over here is another option on this guy. We've got our Dometic little freezer. It is 12 volt and it's 110. And it's on a nice little double extending. And you could put some meat in there, freezer, maybe some beverages. All these storage bays are tall, but they're also lit, so that's nice. And over here, so when you're watching those races, when you're at the races, tailgating a little bit, you got a nice little smart TV with a Bose soundbar. It does articulate out. And this goes all the way up, so you can get back here. Got a little bit of pass-through storage because it is behind the differential. So if you need that, we do have central vac in this guy, some extra tiles in case you drop something in there. And we got an electric bus here that comes out. If you need to look at some of the electronics in this thing, you just pop that out, unscrew these, and you're right there with your fuses and what have you. So real good there. Over here we have some of our awning controllers. We do have a 110 there. We can turn some lights on back here. And more importantly, we have a little, oh, excuse me. We have a little tight because it's cold. There we go. Back here we have more storage. I love this part about the Superstar. Great shelf to put maybe some of your toe sleeves and stingers and balls and all that stuff. Great here, maybe some oil, good stuff like that back here. But you also see this really long storage thing for maybe a table, maybe some chairs, umbrellas, long stuff. Love that. You also see I turn those lights on. These are docking lights from that switch. And that back one. When you close this though, you got a real beautiful back cap. Beautiful looking going down the road, but you also have your other 360 camera and this 20,000 pound hitch. So this thing will tow 20,000 pounds. It's also opted with a Phillips hookup. If you have a stacker back here, we have the camera and the lighting setup right there. We have our 7-way right there. And it's a great big Gen Y hitch that's gonna tow just about anything you need. So coming around this side, the other side of that storage back there, you do have a 30 amp right there if you want to borrow power off this rig. If you got a buddy that has a trailer and you want to power him up, you could do so. This is a great look at the motor that powers the slides. The old shaft goes down here, moves these form-fitted slides with these big cast iron cogs. We can get into that if you want to come down and talk about it. Here's the other side of that pass-through. Just to give you a little, I'll be right back. Give you a little demo on those window shades. You just pop one of these up here like this. Pop that out, lock that in, and that's that charcoal color fabric which you're going to get on all your awnings over here. So just a quick look at those. You've got them on 3 windows. What you might notice next to that is the 2 windows. This is a bunk model. Kind of spot that going down the road. So it is a bunk model floor plan. We'll show you inside. And here we got little storage. Great place to put sewer hose, maybe gloves. Hose is unlocked. And this is our beautiful wet bay. And what makes it beautiful, it's really aesthetically nice. It's got a flow jet water switch if you need it. We do have water filtration, outdoor shower. Notice we have it winterized. Just put this in your antifreeze, pump it through the coach real easy. You'll notice you have a sewage rinse. We also have a black tank. These are power valves, so gray and black tank. You have 150 gallons of water in this guy, 60 gallons of gray, 40 gallons of black. And you also have your own fill here. Just a really nice clean setup. Everything is labeled real nice, nothing too complicated. This is where we hook our hose up to when we dump it. Over here, 8,000 watt quiet diesel Onan generator. So that's gonna power the coach when you're tailgating. It's gonna power your coach when you're boondocking. Great setup, real quiet. A couple different places to start it inside the coach. And you can also program it to start with your AGS. I'll show you that in a minute. Here we have some AGM batteries on a tray. It's not a lithium coach. We opted that way to keep the cost down a little bit. These are great batteries, they're maintenance free. You're gonna do the job just fine. So those of you who don't want to get into the whole lithium world and all that entails, and you're like more of a conventional system, this is your coach. You'll notice we do have a hydraulic system. That's a pump. It's gonna put our leveling down. And then right next to that, we have our Oasis boiler, basically. It's a hydronic heating that's gonna heat the coach, heat the water. Great system, quiet, efficient, burns diesel, but it also has 2 electric burners. So if you're paying for electric at a site, you don't want to burn your diesel fuel, perfect, right here, you got it. It'll heat your coach. This is nice 50 amp cord. You do have AGM batteries, but you also have these beautiful Victron inverters and solar controllers. There's 4 Merlin solar panels on top of this. We ordered it from the factory, so it's already factory installed solar. And that's gonna power those, or charge those batteries. Really good for you. And again, Victron, we feel like it's the best inverters in the business, and we're glad that Newmar's using them. Here's a good look at part of the fuel tank. Diesel and DEF. Got it open there for you. And it does lock with the key. Just a quick shot of the cab from the driver's side. You'll notice you'll have all your air ride seats. That was a little high. We do have a handle to get up in here. Real comfortable seats. Again, they power from that little compressor on the other side. But nice rubber vinyl flooring. Real easy to keep clean. Real easy to get up there with these non-slip pads here. Real easy to get in and out. We'll go over the cabin a little bit, but just wanted to give you a shot of that guy. Let's go inside and see what this inside's like. We'll close these on the way through. So coming around here, let's go ahead and get in there first. Beautiful coach inside. Kind of see pretty spacious in the galley here when it's closed. Take this coat off. It's a little warm in here. Well insulated coach. Holds the heat really well. It's toasty in here, so go ahead and open these slides here. Here, while I do that, I'll read off some of these specs here. The overall length of this coach is 41 foot 8 inches. Its little brother on the smaller chassis is just under 41, so a little longer on this chassis nose. The width is 8 foot 6 inches, and overall height is 13 even. 340 inch wheelbase, 100 gallons fuel, 150 gallons water, 60 gallons gray, like I said, and 40 gallons black. Let's get it's a single bath, mid bath. Does have the nice bunks, so great for the little family. We even opted for some TVs, I'll show you in a minute, but just a great looking coach. A little fancier. Newmar does a little fancier job. They've kind of expanded their whole Super C lineup this year. They've got a bigger one on a Cascadia called the Summit Air, Supreme Air, Superstar that we're in. They have a little one on an S2 called the Grand Star. So they're really going for the the Super C market. And we'll just start here in the back bedroom. And we'll start here. I was standing here because I was opening up the slide right there. We do have some analog switches throughout. Notice that we have storage over the TV here. A place to put your, I don't know, Blu-ray players if you still use DVDs. If you want to do a Roku stick, you can plug it in here. You got capacity for dish network, any of that stuff. We do have day and night shades. This is an exit window. You'll also notice everything is solid surface. There's no lamination in any of this stuff here. So really nice Samsung Smart TV, great vantage point from the bed. And you got this beautiful big deep dresser here. Plenty of storage for clothes, packed for long trips. I think that's kind of new to the market all around is this little pad here. It's not carpet anymore. People didn't like the carpet, so they went with like a nice patio weave type of deal. People really like that. It's easier to keep clean. It doesn't trap dust like the nap carpets used to. Getting a really good response from that. And it's nice to look at. It's not, kind of just kind of blends in with that nice floor there. And everything soft closes, as you can see. then we get to our Splendid stackable 110 washer and dryer. This is a vented dryer, so it does breathe just like the one at your house. It's going to dry just fine. We have a little drawer down here for some detergents and what have you. Now we talked about the Oasis outside a little bit. This is one of the vents. It just has a loop that pumps glycol through these registers and blows hot air through them. Really quiet, real efficient. Just if you've ever had like baseboard heat in an apartment or something with a big boiler in the building, that's kind of what this is going to resemble. We do have some really nice drawers over here under the closet they've added. There's 6 of those guys. Just storage everywhere as we look. Even up top here, they just really haven't missed anything. Nice lit cabinet. This is our pillow for our bed and our dinette. I'll show you. Over here we do have an access if we need to shut off that washer and dryer. Once in a while that has to happen. So we do have a nice, it's over here. Let me see if I can you get that? You got the safe, great option, nice light, nice hanging bar away across. A lot of these mid baths. You don't get all the storage in the back wall, but this one we have. Over here we have our nightstand. We got a little storage there. And you also notice you have a 110 underneath that solid surface nightstand. You have USB-C and regular USB to charge your stuff. Coming up here, love this about Newmar. We talk about it every time we talk about these cabinets. You do have a 110. You also have little ports. If you have a CPAP thing, we can plumb it through there and keep that up and out of the way so it's not rolling around or in the way when you're sleeping. And it's really easy with the plumbing there. We do have windows that open on both sides. Again, day and night shades. MCD, great brand. We have a nice, look at this, nice padded headboard. Nice color choices in the palette in this guy. Under here, was their storage. And same thing on this side with your nightstand. You have your same power, your same storage. A nice great big door here that comes, some slides by. Keep in mind, with this, you got doors on both sides of here. Why is that important? If you do have little ones in your in their bunk area, you can close this off and they have access to the bathroom. They even have their little TVs here. Great spot, just kind of close them off. You can be in the living room or be in the bedroom and they have their own space, their own autonomy, and that's important when you're traveling. Get kind of lost in a show, maybe their iPads. Got a little ladder there. 250-pound capacity on both these beds. And then underneath here, they be giving each a drawer here. And they've got windows they can open for some air on both sides, as the ones we saw from outside. Plenty of power, plenty of light, plenty of things in their space to make them comfortable as they're traveling. And this is on the inside of the door, so it's kind of another wardrobe shelf. You got some drawers down here, and you also have your heat here, so it also heats this area when it's going on. Coming around this way, you'll see our screen. Great thing about this screen is you can Bluetooth into it and have it on your phone. So great thing there. We got our solar system here. It shows up what the solar's doing. Not doing much today, but here's our automatic gen start we talked about. This has been opted with floor heat front and back. Love that feature. It's just it's a little wire that just kind of warms up this floor and it's just real comfortable. Real easy to like walk around on that in warm tile and socks. Here's our furnace. This is and our AC, our HVAC. Then we also have a home screen where we can see our tank sizes. We can turn all lights on and off. We can even lift the TV up and down. Just a pretty central screen there. Great system, love it. Getting into the bathroom here. We have another screen. Let me get in the shower, let you get a look at this thing. Yep, you got a nice little screen there. This is for our Fantastic fan up here. Do have some 110 breakers and some fuses, so we do some power management in there. There's a little bit of spare fuses at the bottom there, but yeah, hopefully you're not in here too often, but it's a great place for it. You're not crawling under a bed or in a bay looking for that stuff. Got a nice little corner cabinet, nice little linen closet, but you'll notice up there that white router deal up there, it's got Starlink from the factory. So the factory installed that Starlink internet, great satellite fed internet, great for RVs. We find it's a game changer. A lot of people are even streaming all their TV with it. Nice little medicine cabinet. Against all surface countertops. Got some storage there. Place for your TP. Got a couple of drawers here. Then you got your vacuum attachment hookup and your dustpan. You can just sweep anything into this little guy here. Just kick it up. And it's taking everything downstairs. So this is the shower. I'm 6'1", pretty spacious. Got a real tall shower head here and another one there. This is a wand. We also have our water miser. It's called AquaView. It circulates water as it's getting to temperature, so you're not wasting water and wasting gray tank. So this one's also been opted with this nice seat here. Give you a place to sit down if you're showering and you want to have a seat while you do so. This here is a Dometic porcelain toilet here. And of course we have our pocket door there. So that's the mid part of the unit. And you get into the galley. One thing it's NOLA decor inside here. These are Sedona glazed maple high gloss cabinets. You can see they're really shiny but beautiful lacquer work on this guy. Start here at the kitchen. We've got our beautiful undermount big sink in that dark stainless, really good color. A popular color anyways. Nice little sprayer there. Oops. That's why we have those. Counter extender here. Underneath there we've got a little cabinet. We've got our rubbish can, little place for scrubbies there. And all this drawer space here. Notice how they kind of soft close, sucking those up nice to those stiles. Notice they're not going to shake and make noise going down the road. Up here, we've got our books, a little more storage there. Then I got this nice Whirlpool microwave. It's an air fryer, it's a convection oven. It's really, really nice, and we got really great feedback. People love that air fryer. It's real convenient going down the road to cook. We also have True Induction. There is no propane on this coach. So we have our True Induction, just like all Newmars with this setup. We can put this outside, plug it in outside, and you have your nice little cutting boards if you choose to use them. Everything closes off real nice, and you got all this real nice counter space here. Real nice tile, easy to clean, backsplash. We've got all our remotes here for the coach, the TVs. Some extra paint for the outside. I don't have it on, but this is a dishwasher. I have to turn on the generator to open that up. Only need 110 to that. But coming around here, we have really deep, great spot to put pots and pans and stuff like that. You might need a step stool to get back there. It's deep. I love when they put refrigerators and cabinets. I did it at my own house. I just remodeled my kitchen. It's a real nice look. Residential. Do have a water filter in this guy. And we've got the ice maker in the chest, so really nice Whirlpool refrigerator. Water in the door. Great system. Now over here, let's just go ahead and do this. So if you have little dogs or little guys running around, you don't want them to fall in the step well going down the road, so it's a great thing to have there. It's also nice to have it closed when you're working up here. You have your Victron This is showing us what it's inverting, what's going on with our inverters. We got our awnings, the big awnings out there. This is how we run them. Security lights on the coach. This is our hydraulic leveling, great place for it. Power control general monitoring system. This is going to tell us what's using what in power. This is our wine guard TV antenna. So we get over the air TV if we need to, if we're not in a spot to stream or what have you. Battery disconnect, entry lock, cargo door locks. These will lock all the cargo doors out there. That's the step cover, I just did it. We have a block heater if we want to warm up that motor. Patio light. Then these are our slide buttons. This is how I open the slides in here, these opposing slides. So real easy to use. If you take every system one by one and kind of learn them, they're really user friendly. Seems like a lot going on here, but it's really, really mellow. Coming around here, we have our booth. It is a sleeper. That pillow you saw in the push this down, put that pillow in, you got a bed. A lot of windows here on the campsite. Love it that this is on the campsite. You can kind of see what's going on your campsite with your having your coffee in the morning. A big fan of that. We do have power with USBs and USB-Cs to charge our stuff, maybe plug in our laptops. We do have storage on both sides. Then we have storage. Notice you have this big block here. People think that's kind of inconvenient, but that's all the insulation that runs through this whole slide down to the floor. Like any other Newmar, it's got the thick walls with the C-channel construction with all the batten insulation. It's just like any other diesel pusher. Best insulated coach, I think best built coach in the market as far as their construction. Even their cabinets, all hardwood, nice styles, nice hardware, hidden hinges. Just a great look. Over here we have our other side of the living area. Big storage up here. Well, part of our Starlink there, but notice everything's carpeted. Everything's gonna sit in here nice and quiet, not move around as much. Then we have our sleeper. I do have a nice extra place for someone to sleep if they want to travel along. Really easy to set up, really easy to break down. Just a little latch here. Pop this out. Just a memory foam mattress, and you're off and running. Lock that down, and then you're back to using your space. Over here we have a nice little pad we can run stuff with. Specifically, I want to show you that televator. Whenever you want to watch that movie, maybe it's time to wind down after you've been at the races all day. We're at the country club rally. Want to throw a movie in, maybe stream something from your Roku stick or your Starlink. That's what we do. We just pop up that nice TV. It stays out of the way when we're not using it. But kick that on, kick your feet up, enjoy a nice movie or maybe a show you're watching. And that's that. Now, get into the cab area. One thing to notice, again, Newmar's done it. They don't have it on their Grand Stars, but everything from the Superstar up, they have these big collars in here. And what that thing does, it allows this cab to air ride. So you have air ride seats, but you also, this cab moves up and down as you're going down those bumpy highways that they need to fix. There's a shock that releases when you put it in gear. This thing's floating down the highway. Your seats are floating down the highway. For a Super C, there's just not a better ride. So what that doesn't allow us to do is we don't have any sleepers up here. But it's a trade-off. They give you a sleeper here if you want the bunks. Got a sleeper here, so it does sleep quite a few people. But again, no sleeper over here, and that's because this whole thing moves inside. And when you're back there watching this thing, this whole cab is bouncing up and down. It's pretty crazy. You get used to it, but it's nice. And then you have storage up here. Over here we have a brand specialist with Newmar. When you do buy a coach, a brand new coach, you get a specialist that comes with it while it's under warranty. It's a resource. We also have resources here at Transwest to help you with your ownership experience. Call us, we'll tell you about it. We got some more storage up here. Just anywhere you can put stuff. It's a great, there's your JBL subwoofer, so it's got an upgraded sound system. Just look at that woodwork, it's just done really, really nice. The lacquer work is just impeccable. But coming into the, got my coffee here. But great cab. Let me see here. See, it just released that whole, that shock. So now it's gonna bounce up here. But we have a really nice new infotainment system. A lot more like the diesel pusher setup. We have navigation we can do, split screens. Love the way they've done this. This is new, first time I've seen this one. Again, we can go camera control. Now this is where we can see our 360. It's a little distorted because our slides are out, but great system there. Always know where you're at. You can see our video van there. Great system, but really easy to use. We also have antenna up and down here. Our shade, this is the shade for up there. I want to close that off. Get some, maybe it's a little too light coming in through there. Got that guy there. I can start and stop my generator right there. I've got some dome lights options. Lane assist off, footwell lighting, hazards, suspension dump, differential lock. If I want to lock that differential to really push up a hill or something like that, I can do so. Dock lights. This is an override. If we go into limp mode and we need to get this thing off the highway, hit that. It'll give you a little bit more power to get into safety. If it's regenning, you want it off, you turn it off, and then we have traction right there. So really easy buttons to learn. Our standard HVAC, same as what you drive every day, I'm sure. We have power outlet here, USB there, both C's. Over here, we have our cruise control setup. It's not adaptive. And then we have we can get through our little screens here. Analog dash, but still very nice and very easy to use. This is a tilt steering right there. Under here, we do have a place to jump house to chassis or chassis to house if we made a mistake and left something off. We do have a nice little foghorn if you want to, if the kids are going like this, going down the road, you want to make them smile, hit that, or if you need to get someone out of your way, you can do so too. So that's generally this. Oh, one more thing. We do have the new stock. It's been around for a couple of years, but this is how you shift, but it's also got a 3-stage engine brake, and that's how you learn that one there. Windshields are on the left side, and that's it. So pretty simple. Headlights on the left. This is the Superstar 4140. I appreciate you coming in and visiting with us and taking a tour of this coach. And stay tuned. Grant's going to do a really nice big Explorer. We just got in. It's a great coach, kind of a Super C Friday. If you have any questions, give me a call, 720-347-7063. Email me at dean.jones@transwest.com. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.